Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to stream. It is lovely, as always, to have you here. Josh and Nobu, as well as anybody else who's hanging out and lurking. It's great to have you here, and we are going to hop back into Torna the Golden Country in just a moment. In fact, why mess around? Let's hop back into it right now. By which I mean right now. There we go. My capture card was really misbehaving yesterday, so I hope it behaves today. Otherwise, certainly going to be an interesting stream. But yes. On Wednesday, we repaired a bridge, we got to this village, we met Minoth, who is Adam's new blade, who is rad as heck. In fact, I think I'm actually going to play as Adam for a little while.
What have we got here?
And now we have access to every element if we want to do nice lengthy chain attack. Neat, Josh.
What have we got here?
Nature makes a fine ally.
I hope mine is better than Nicole's. I didn't actually get a chance to watch a lot of Nicole's stream. Yeah, it do be like that, Nobu. Hi, Hyber Huntsman Buzz. You seem to be able folk. I've got a little job for you. You might have noticed that Ferris live in the vicinity of this here Hyber village. Well, it'd help me out greatly if you could defeat a few of the ugly brutes and bring me some Ferris beast meat. I'd normally go out and hunt the Ferris myself, you know, since I'm a huntsman officially. I saw a little bit of that, Josh, so that kept happening? That's really not great. Lately they've been more aggressive than normal, and I'm not up to taking them on myself. Without Ferris beast meat, we can't make Hyber meatball stew. Which is to say, we can't make the one famous dish served at Teo's Inn. On top of that, my son's feeling a mighty craving for the stuff. And I don't want him to grow hungry. So will you help us out? We're relying on you.
We cannot turn them away.
This is called For Lack of a Hunter. But they have a hunter. They just don't have a hunter with wolves. Hi, Cahill. I don't know the context, but hi. Also, we've already got enough beast meat for this dude. Did you bring me the Ferris beast meat I wanted? Much appreciated. This means Teo will be able to keep serving up his specialty, at least for the time being. It's true, Cahill is cute. Cahill. Thank you. I'll also be able to feed my son Hyber meatball stew, so his stomach's content. As for a reward, well, you may have noticed that we're not exactly living in luxury here. Every day is a struggle. How's about I give you the recipe for Hyber meatball stew? They just say that name over and over. Like they say, teach a man to fish. Hello, Stitch, I adore you. Theo might not be too pleased with me sharing his secret recipe, but that's his problem, not mine. Anyway, thanks. I hope the recipe serves you well.
Well, this is awkward.
That was straightforward enough. I didn't even have to do anything for that quest. That's a quest for Aegean. This is the house that Jin was looking around in. And there are veggies growing in the corner for some reason. Like, I don't get it, but there are.
This takes me back.
Nature makes a fine ally.
Neat. I briefly lost all of my frames. They seem to be back. You're not wrong, Josh.
You're mine now. What have we got?
Yeah, it was just for a moment, but my bitrate basically completely vanished. Barrels.
My favorite part.
Yeah, Josh, it's the best. I actually quickly want to go back to the military garrison, because there is a new side quest available there, which is related to one we had earlier.
It's a nice change of pace.
Earlier we met a guy who, this guy in fact, Crackerjack Merc, Roly-Poly, who was basically a tutorial for how to topple by giving us a quest to topple.
Down soon, don't you think?
And he's got another quest for us. Nice of friends to show up. Roly-Poly, just think of new test me want to put friends to. Last time, we do break and topple and then call that good enough. Hopefully friends remember? Well, it's no longer good enough. This time we add launch and smash. Launch will lift enemy off ground and smash will smash back down, as name implies. Great power moves. Sequence of break, topple, launch, and finally smash's ultimate form of driver combo. For this test, Roly-Poly want friends to do whole whammy to any at all enemy. Very odd phrase. Anytime, anywhere, 3 times over. Next job is big, huge, enormous, gargantuan. Must be able to do driver combo with eyes closed. Oh, and of course, must come to Roly-Poly to let know that test is done, once test is done. Or maybe it's obvious. Well then, Roly-Poly wait with hopes held high.
We shall handle it.
We've got an okay... I mean, we've got the necessary setup to do all of that. One of the advantages of Torna,
This takes me back.
Nature makes
because
a
you don't
fine
have
ally.
random blades, you're guaranteed to have everything you need for everything you need by this point in the game. You will definitely have the moves necessary to do break, topple, launch, smash. Adam is unfortunately really slow.
Just tell me when.
If we could get a topple in on one of these guys, Adam can launch, and then Mitra's switch art is a... Mitra's switch art is a smash. Well, that didn't work out quite the
This
way I
takes
would
me
have liked.
back.
I would like to try Klonoa. I'm vaguely into mascot platform. And secret, just for you, chat. I am going to be playing one of those. I'm not going to call it a mascot platformer because it really isn't. But I am going to be playing an old platformer from that era sometime soon. I do think about that, Cahill, all the dang time.
You're mine now.
There's a clear structure to this law.
Slow and steady.
Ooh, I have the skills I need. No. Cahill, I'm talking about a PS1 platform.
Nature makes a fine ally.
A platformer from...
Here I thought we were being inconspicuous.
A platformer from back before the PS1 was called the PS1, because they didn't know there was going to be a 2.
What have we got here?
I can't remember what penicillin is used for,
This takes
if
me
anything.
back. This takes me back.
Nature makes a fine ally.
You, Cahill. Not that far back.
thought we were being inconspicuous.
With this many, we'll have room to play around.
Excuse me. Don't run away from me.
Try looking good. Oh, the sword. Ready to go.
We don't get a topple on this guy. But we can. Yeah, part of the problem is that I currently have Laura with Haze up first. And that's not actually great for what we do. What you want is Laura with Jin, because Laura can break Jin's topple. Excuse me? Who's attacking me now? Oh. The totem was attacking. Ah, he was too weak to survive.
Wasn't much of a challenge.
The rest of you hardly even broke a sweat.
Don't get frustrated, Laura. You're still best, girl. So yeah, I'm gonna swap to that. And then... Bridget got us something.
It is an honor.
Improves evasion by 40% when HP is 30% or lower. Which is fantastic because Bridget is an evasion tank. Torna is several generations away from being born. Bitch. Of course, Crow. I don't even remember where that reference is from. I've got a terrible feeling it's from one of the worst Mega Man games. In which case, it's definitely one of Zero's angsty cries.
You're mine now.
Witness my irresistible force.
Slow and steady.
In what sense, Stitch? Like, they are different in the sense that characters have different skills. At least some of the skills are different. So like Aegean, if I remember, did not have super strength in the base game. X5, it might be, Josh.
Is it just me? Or are there more enemies here? I hope you're all ready for this.
You better set a good example for me, Adams. Ready to go.
Sure thing.
Looking good.
Ready more when that came from.
Try again.
Launch and smash. It really does feel very satisfying. It is interesting, much like Jin,
Kept your power in check. Nicely done.
Mithra's arts at this point are equivalent to her specials later, because she isn't holding back her powers now. Oh my lord, Josh.
What have we
That
got?
sounds
Nature makes
amazing.
a fine ally.
And now we can fight Scowling Quincy. I've never done video essay, Stitch, but that's incredibly kind of you to believe
Master
it.
Adam, it will be done.
Excuse me.
Looking good. Let's speed this up.
Interesting. Adam can talk. Oh, but we failed? Hey. Laura can get in the flame bolt. And then Aegean can get in an Acro 3, which isn't very exciting, but that does the job. Oh, I've got to swap fast. Mithra was almost dead. This guy's hitting much harder than I expected. I'm going to just end this off with the chain attack. So, one of the major differences between the base game and the DLC for chain attacks is how element orbs are added. In the base game, an element orb is only added after you finish a stage 3 special, and it is only added for the last element of that special. In the DLC, an element orb is added for every level of the special used, even if the level 3 is not completed, which means you can get long chain attacks much more quickly. I really like it. Oh, Josh, I'm definitely going to. I'm very excited to do my Xenoblade Conspiracy Theory. I just need to play Xenogears and Xenosaga first because I want it to be complete. Anyway.
Don't forget me.
Oh, you said the thing again. So cool.
Their defense is in tatters. My lady, go ahead.
Elemental burst.
How about another round of carnage?
Elemental burst.
Me too, Josh.
Don't expect to recover from this.
I do plan to go a little bit wild with it, which, you know, it's the way it should be.
This is far from over. Jen, I need you up front.
Zero blade.
How about another round of carnage?
Let's get Adam involved.
Great.
Keep it going.
Unfortunately, Hugo can't finish this off.
Hidden blade. 100-year wave.
But I guess Aegean can have one cool moment.
Obstinate thing.
And let's let Hayes finish this off.
Elemental burst.
The camera really was not doing us any favors there. Yeah, Josh, that's why I want to include that. Yeah, let's get Metro.
Great.
I'm as relentless as the tides.
Hugo, let's see your level 3 special. That bird just say crap. I'm fairly confident it did.
My lady, go ahead. Spiral snare.
Excellent.
Enemies down.
We share an unbreakable bond.
We're
Who do you
doing
think is
great.
strong?
It's fine, Stitch.
The
I deserve
enemy
it.
trembles at this power.
You put so much stock in external displays of power, do you?
What do you mean? Strength is strength, right?
This takes me back.
Right?
We got a bunch of cool stuff there for various characters. But not for Mithra, apparently.
More power for our cause.
Just gotta use his level 3 special, a bunch more. Bunch more driver specials. Yeah. Nothing super difficult to get here. This is one of my favorite things. So, Jin's skill Fortitude, which is the power to endure hardships. To level it up, I have to use Mithra's crafting skill. Her food is so terrible that Jin, not even eating her food, simply witnessing her cook is enough to level up his fortitude. I adore that.
I can't afford to fall behind.
This should let everyone relax more.
You're mine now.
Oh, okay, Hill. You just reminded me of my favorite TikTok I saw recently. This guy crying. Why do you give your hardest battles to your strongest warriors? And God replying, folding the laundry is not spiritual warfare. But folding the laundry is also garbage.
Right. Where shall we head
Don't
to
waste your
next?
time. As long as you're cleaning your laundry, you're doing good. I do want to get him.
Nature makes a
Oh, but I
fine
still need to
house.
get more smashes. Good. Fine. I mean, there are creatures who will consider anything spiritual warfare.
And here I thought we were being
Try again. Don't looking good.
Basically, anything that they can use to justify
Ready to go.
whatever their current message is. Ow!
That's the way to do it.
Enthusiasm is infectious.
We make such a wonderful team, you and I.
Don't be. I'm about as nimble as you are, royal.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, the frames did leave briefly.
You're mine now.
I think they're back. Friday the 13th has certainly been a day. Yeah, Josh. Gotta use whatever excuse you can come up with to, you know, not
This
wash
takes me
the
back.
dishes when your wife asks you to. Even though she shouldn't have to ask you to wash the dishes because it's washing dishes. Oh, I'm glad, Cahill. Yeah, they do seem to have been gone a little bit longer. But they're back now.
This takes me back. I know the drill. This takes me back. I know the drill. I hope for this.
Let's fight this guy. I think this should give me my third smash combo.
Just tell me when. You're riding high.
Heck!
Back into the fray. Ready to go. Rest in peace.
Okay, that should be all the smashes I needed to do.
This is new.
This
So-
place would make a perfect base of operations.
This is something I've mentioned before. This is the only series I've ever played that consistently does deserts well. Deserts in games, I find, tend to be really boring to look at and horrible to experience. This game consistently does them well. I haven't played Sonic Frontiers, and I did say series, Cahill, not game. There's nothing here, nothing at all. That fraud! If that Nopon sold me false information, I swear. What? Why am I angry? What's it to you? Here, this treasure map. The other day in Torna's capital, I met a Nopon who sold it to me on the cheap. X marks spot, he said, and I believed him. I've been up to Golden Twin Mesa looking all over, but I haven't found a thing. Guess this treasure map isn't worth the paper it's drawn on. I guess I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. Or maybe I'm just going about this the wrong way, and I just need some kind of special skill to find the treasure. I'm fed up with this now, but maybe you could have a go at tracking down the treasure for me. What do you say? Of course, if you bring it back, I'll let you keep it, promise. Because you know, finding out the truth of the matter is more important to me than the treasure right now. Good luck with that. Oh, thank you.
We're such saps.
We can take a moment to rest at this campsite. So something I mistakenly did off stream, is Minoff. Minoff has a crafting skill, dramaturgy.
I'll base it on that last
He
one.
writes books based on the things you've encountered. These are the two available so far. I created both of them off stream.
I will challenge myself today.
Sure. We'll make this.
How do you like it? It's done. How do you like it?
I mean, it's worth making all
Does
of
it
these to be.
suit your tastes? How do you like it? Does it suit your tastes?
I mean, yes, Stitch. Minoff later becomes Cole, who runs the theater in. Damn it, what's it called? The Orion capital city. My brain just went to Minas Tirith, which is from Lord of the Rings, and is a completely different thing. Yeah, Cahill. He is. But he's also 500 years old. Yeah, Minoff is Cole. It's such a cool little connection. So Cole gives Rex one of his knives, which are the gun knives that he's using here, to give to Praetor Amelphus to kind of send a message. Amelphus is his driver, even though he's not yet a Praetor, and Malos also recognizes Cole as Minoth and addresses him as such. Rock's OG driver was Vandam. Yes, my Momo Playhouse, thank you.
Just taste it. It came together nicely. Just taste it. It came together nicely.
It's gonna make a bunch of things.
Just taste it.
Correct. I think it's a fun little connection.
I hope you'll appreciate the embroidery.
Anything... Whole Oopa on a bug. So sand Oopas are bugs. And she just literally puts them in a bug.
Hunger is the best spice, right? So this should be delicious.
Stitch, I'm not going to go over the Vandam lore today. Because there's some weird Vandam lore. Especially in light of other games.
Maybe I missed a step?
Pureed Sculpin Parfait.
It tastes better than it looks. Probably.
I'm not exactly sure what you mean, Cahill. Apart from the fact that he apparently has booba.
It tastes better than it looks. Maybe
Red
I missed
rock?
a step?
I don't know what you're talking about. Neat. That's amazing, Stitch. Thank you for telling me. We just need to get across Dana Desert and we'll be in Oresco, right? Send it to me, please. Yeah, just DM me. Right, the desert is a harsh place, but the palace is always visible. You can use it to orient yourself. Must be pretty enormous for us to be able to see it from such a distance. Interestingly, it's what you can see in the background there. That is part of the capital. And now that I look at it, like, it's not, but the design is weirdly reminiscent of Sheikah stuff. Don't try looking up when you're standing right in front of it, is all I'll say. Torna technology represents the high watermark in many domains. This type of skyscraping architecture is just one example. Yeah? Then what's Adam doing in such a teeny little place back in Ileta? Hahaha. That's not an answer, sir. Oh, I can level up quite a bit if I ever need to. I don't at the moment. Stitch, I knew the first part, and the second part's a lie. So, you know, that's fun. I got one of... I did one of Jin's tasks by making Mithra cook a lot. Now I can do his second by putting some meat in here. White hot eggy curry.
Ah, meat! The ultimate comfort food.
Is it, Laura?
Ah, meat! The ultimate comfort food.
That should do something else for Jin. It does. Neat. I'll have to check that out after stream, Cahill. But thank you for sharing.
Half the battle is living to fight another day.
Unlikely, Josh, for reasons, but I mean, she has the same personality as Lance. Oh, One Piece spoilers. Oh, then I don't care at all. Oh, then I don't care at all. Thank you for checking, though, Cahill.
we got here?
It's true, Stitch. Cahill is very cute.
Someone's pleased to see us.
Oh no! So that water is poison.
Here, I pray. Reinforcements arrive soon.
Still turn this around, even now.
This cannot continue.
Careless of me. There's no time to delay. But still, we need a new strategy.
Okay, look. You make that mistake twice, and we're done here.
Someone's pleased to see
Oh?
us.
Let's speed this up.
Good, isn't it?
There we go.
Lucky break. Diver call.
That wasn't anything to write home
Jin's
about.
just leveling up like crazy. I know they're not technically level ups, but close enough.
There must be some use for this.
Lurkers are very cute. Also, there's this guy, one of the toughest unique monsters, Flying Fortress Desmond. Level 38. I don't want to fuck with that. Cahill. We all depend on Lurk.
I hope you're all ready for this.
Don't go easy on him, Adam.
Just tell me when.
Ow!
Fine. Just fine.
Looking good. Ready for one more elemental attack. Try something. Best of luck.
So that was another one of these great situations. The enemy toppled itself. Man, Josh, we don't
I can still improve.
talk about Desmond. The descendant of Altair and Ezio should not have been that much of a dork.
I hope you're all ready for this.
I'm doing just fine. Thank you.
Big old dork with his Scooby gang.
My friends, put your minds at ease.
How about this?
You'll want to get involved at some point.
Slow down.
Looking good. Elemental attack. Speed it up. How about this?
Here's the thing, Cahill. I don't at all dislike the framing. I think framing devices are a really good idea in general. My issue is their implementation of it.
Let me manage. Adam, get back. Hit him hard and fast.
Don't 100% disagree, Cahill, although the... So, this is where I have a very unpopular opinion. The best Assassin's Creed is Assassin's Creed 1, followed by 3. I think 3 is a brilliant Assassin's Creed game. It has problems, but I still think it's good overall. My best option.
Twilight Striker.
Excellent. Down.
Don't forget me.
I have one big problem with Assassin's Creed 2.
Excellent.
Their defense is in tatters. Jin, I'm trusting you with this.
Assassin's Creed 1 has a problem of severe mechanical clunking. But the good in it outweighs the bad. And it has the best story, because it is the story of the Assassin's Creed.
Be my guest, the
Which kind of every game after that forgot.
obstinate thing.
Even though, you know, there are some hints that maybe the game should be about that.
How about another round? Sukarno. Elemental burst.
Honor as relentless as the tides.
But my biggest problem with Assassin's Creed 2 comes down to one word.
I can follow that up. Jin, I'm trusting you.
And I think I can bet a fair amount that nobody will guess what that word is. The word that makes Assassin's Creed 2 problematic. I'll give you all the opportunity to figure it out. It is a single word relating to a mechanic in the game to make it a little bit more confusing.
Magnificent.
Obstinate thing.
Haze, deal with them.
Yes, I did hear some interesting things about Rogue. It is one of my brother's favorites.
Magnificent. Enemy down.
Okay, so Josh, it's not a combat mechanic, if that makes it more and or less confusing.
All right.
Parrying is problematic, but there's just enough parrying in 3, and while it was too much, I do like the parrying mechanic in 3. No, the word is medicine. Now, the reason I don't like medicine is medicine is how you heal
Where's really been getting in the way
in
whenever I
Assassin's
fight?
Creed 2.
Time for the fringe to go.
However,
A good idea.
your health
Which would
is
help bring
not
out your
Ezio's
beautiful
health.
eyes.
Your health is
You think
your
so?
level of synchronization
thanks.
between Desmond and Ezio. Ezio taking medicine would in no way improve Desmond's synchronization. The way it worked in Assassin's Creed 1 and 3 is essentially if you get out of trouble, if you get to somewhere safe, Desmond can center himself, your health kind of regenerates as your synchronization comes back. I like that mechanic because it worked with the framing mechanism. Medicine was so frustrating for me. I really like Assassin's Creed 2 mechanically, but I think 3 was better in spite of the fact that that is a very niche view.
Fine. I got your back.
Actually, we can focus on Minnow now. Yeah, gamer tags. I'm also probably never going to stream Assassin's Creed because Ubisoft does not deserve the support. Yeah, I know, I understand a lot of what people didn't like. God, this game's I understand a lot of what people didn't like about 3, but I personally really enjoyed it. By the way, there's the harbor and the military garrison. Now, why did they not build a port over here?
You're mine now.
Something's buried down here.
Don't have to tell me twice.
My favorite part.
And this was the treasure map that that lady thought was
And
useless.
here I thought we were being inconspicuous.
Hold the thorns!
No lightsaber.
Just tell me when. I think we can still top this. Now, ready to unleash an elemental attack. I'll give you a hand. Green. Will the whip. Ready to unleash an elemental attack.
Stitch, don't delete. People don't appreciate you because they're idiots. Yeah, I like the Assassin's Creed games. I recently replayed the Ezio trilogy, which I will say, again, unpopular opinion, the Ezio trilogy gets better as it goes along. 2 is good, but oh, what's the third one? Oh, Stitch, what the heck? Brotherhood is very good, and then Revelations is, I think, exceptional.
You can rely.
It doesn't hurt that I really, really love the setting of Revelations.
This takes me back. What do we got here?
Actually, like, Adam's got that line, "This takes me back," when he does collecting. Which makes me think that he used to go around, like, picking wildflowers as a kid. Which is a nice image.
This is new.
This place would make a perfect base of operations.
The Great Break Set. Also, that dude is very strong. Yeah. Honestly, that is a repeated problem Assassin's Creed has. Just making things that should be optional, if not required, then at least feel like they're required. Hi, Juice. Oh. Ma'am, you're very large and very level 42. Is this what I think it is? It is! It drops you down here, and there's a level 40 unique monster down there. So I'm going to die. Because it's pirates, Cahill. You don't need to justify yourself.
The ether bends as I will it.
Yeah, the flying machine mission was terrible. I'm just going to escape here. I'm sorry, Juice.
What do we got here?
I know the drill.
I mean, AC can also be that.
With all my might. Don't have to tell me twice.
This takes me back.
I know the drill.
There are actually a few I think quest we can go back and complete in a moment. 2.
Well, now, would you look at that?
And this brings us up
Stop
to
where
the
you are.
Turquoise
I
Plateau,
have to write about this in my journal.
which is one of my favorite areas in any Xenoblade game.
What have we got here?
Nature makes a fine ally.
It can be, Nobu.
Time crept up on us, it seems.
There's something quite magical about traveling beneath the stars.
I love this view. This game is way prettier than it has any right to be. You can see there the back of the title. Heading up to, I believe it's head. And over there, the World Tree. Not at all related to our goal, but still an important part of the world. Yeah, Josh. We don't talk about that. Anyway, everything here will kill us quickly.
This takes me back.
We can get some nice rare items there. And probably fall to our deaths. So, you know, that's neat. Ooh.
Ah, my favorite spot.
Heck.
What have we got here? This takes me back.
Listen to the sound of my voice.
Whoops, there we go. Ow!
Someone's pleased to see us.
Oh, Lord. Please, please, I didn't mean to offend you. Although this is actually close to where I wanted to be. From where we emerged, from the camp, if we had instead gone left instead of right, it would have brought us over here. One of my favorite little spots in the game. Both because...
Well, here we are.
No, this is not where I
Made
wanted to
good
come.
time.
Sorry, completely wrong spot. It's fine. This is the goal. But this isn't where I wanted to be at all. Cool, I made progress in a direction I wasn't intending.
Even on familiar ground, we must stay vigilant.
No, what I wanted to show is that if we go left from the point where we entered the desert, and carefully avoid the enormous level 39 and level 42 snake monsters, and everything else that's more powerful than it has any right to be,
Ah, my favorite
There's a
part.
clear...
heck. There is, over here, is another patch of woodland.
We made it. Good stuff.
Which I like because
seem
it's
so
a
bad.
nature preserve. It suggests that the people of Torna recognize that the desert is expanding and have made efforts to preserve part of the old forest land. It adds a little bit of cool lore. It also has very pretty music.
This takes me back.
also
Oh dear.
has
Whatever shall we do?
that. Beatific Ophelia. One of the most difficult monsters in the game to fight. Please stop pursuing me, thank you. And down here, that is where we first, where Laura first encountered Adam. So this looks back right near the beginning of the game. Which I like. I always like interesting pieces of interconnectivity. If we come up this way, these stairs here, the sacred staircase, lead somewhere interesting.
What have we got here?
Right, Cahill? It always feels cool when like the world feels actually constructed, not just stuck together.
This is new.
And we arrive at the
This
Holy
place
Gate of
would make a
Altana.
perfect base of operations.
We cannot yet do anything here. Oh lordy, look at that aurora. That's very pretty. It's very subtle. But the aurora actually makes a sound in this game.
And here I
Yes,
would be
Kate.
inconspicuous.
No.
What have we got here?
There's not a lot of Simpsons I love. Steamed hams
This takes me back.
is very good. There's something kind of interesting here. The stream sand corridor. There's no way to run up here. There's only one way out, which is along the side. It just sucks you down. Up, 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 indeed.
And here I thought we were being inconspicuous.
I don't know why I'm running here. I don't have to. I got the skip travel point earlier.
This takes me back.
Thank you, Cahill.
What have we got here?
Nature makes a fine ally.
More rock.
This takes me back.
And through the Outriders Forest Trail, we arrive at the great city of Oresco.
That's not right.
What's not right?
This Titan. Why isn't it in its real form?
You noticed.
What do you mean?
That isn't the original form of the Tornan Titan. In ancient times, the Tornan Titan held awesome power. Torna made use of that power to dominate all rest for 1,000 years.
Stitch, how
But the
dare
power
you?
was shut away in the reign of Electos I. Since then, the Titan has looked like this. See that glowing sphere in the castle tower? That forms the seal.
Is that what Maus is aiming for?
Why would he do that? Wouldn't it be a threat to him too?
Truthfully, I don't know myself. But in any case, if he makes a move for it, it is clear what we must do.
Agreed.
You can see the palace in the distance. We should head there first. Offer our report to His Majesty.
That Stitch, that timing on that was wonderful. And this is Oresco, one of my favorite cities, well, settlements in any Xenoblade game.
What have we got here?
Let's start by speaking to the Anxious Guard. That is apparently Chalcedony. Hey there, traveler. Could I ask you a question? Like, at what age should a big brother stop making a little bro's packed lunch for him? Sorry, that's kind of a strange question to ask. You see, I've got this friend whose big bro makes him lunch. I mean, the little bro, it's not like he's a kid. I mean, he's grown. He can take care of himself. He's even got a job doing guard duty on the gate. He stands on the right-hand side of the gate. His name's Chalcedony. He's my friend. So he can make his own damn packed lunch. I'm old enough, damn it. My friend, I meant. He's old enough. The big bro, he just keeps waking up early to make these lunches. That's because he loves you. Don't make it weird, bro. If he didn't waste his energy on all this fussing, he could be moving up in the world. Just don't get why he... Ugh. And Carnelian, his presumably brother. Skin's all rough today. Must have not had enough sleep. What do you think? First, the body doesn't just take care of itself. It's tough to get the stuff for that round here. Drivers can give themselves a boost with accessories, blades with aux cores, right? They all have their own particular effects. Like some are restorative, some are offensive, some defensive. Torna's a bit behind the times if you ask me. Araya is where it's at right now for grooming tech. I hear there's this thing that works directly on the cells to make them lustrous and moist. I'd love to try it. I'm genuinely impressed. My man knows knows how to take care of himself. Phew, another day of overfilling my belly. But I'm not done eating yet. The delicacies and finery of Tornan cooking aren't just about filling your face. Until I get to savor a legendary dish from that famous chef, my trip can't be over. I came all the way from Moradane to tickle my taste buds with her legendary taste. I'm gonna get me some of Miss Sorrell's cooking and make this trip worth my while. Ma'am, you seem to be crying. New customers? Hello! Welcome to the best restaurant in the capital, if I do say so myself. Although, I have to admit I've had a bit of a rough time lately and it's affecting my cooking. I'm lucky to have regulars who'll gladly eat here all the same, but I don't want them to be satisfied with less. Sorry, anyway. Are you looking to have a meal? I'll cook, but I can't really recommend anything. It's Joey! I like Joey. I tried racing with a trotting arm move. To make it harder, I looked over my shoulder at the same time. In the end, I lost. Surprised? Thing is, the arm moves don't even really understand the idea of competition. They just love me as their master. So as a game, it didn't really work out. I'll have to try and think up something else that's better for an arm move. Some of my mates are thinking up fun arm move games too, so I'm gonna try something new each day, I reckon. I mean, it's more fun if you change things up a bit, right? If I don't make it fun, I'll probably die of boredom looking after these arm moves every day. They are basically just very big cows. I was hoping there was something in here, but there isn't. Slightly weird time to do it. I'm actually gonna go back out of Oresco just to hand in some quests. It's not the most important thing, but there are some quests I've completed, and
Even on
I want my
familiar ground,
rewards,
we
dang
must
it.
stay vigilant.
Ma'am, we found your treasure. You found the treasure? Really? Wow, so Nopon was telling the truth after all. I hope you won't hold it against me for bothering you with my little misunderstanding, will you? And thank you ever so much for getting to the bottom of my little mystery, even if it wasn't much of one. Like I promised, the treasure's yours. And more importantly, he joins as a supporter.
You really shouldn't have.
We'll find out why this is important.
I'm glad to have been of service.
I mean, that's valid, Cahill. Changing is for cowards who aren't already perfect.
Even on familiar ground, we must stay vigilant.
Oh-ho! Roly-Poly knew he not wrong about friends, knew would hit nail on head. Congratulations on completing test with flying marks. Roly-Poly not need to see battle by own self to recognize look of triumph on the faces of friends. I'm just that good. As reward for passing trial, Roly-Poly give friends choice info about driver combos straight from Nopon's mouth. Did friends know that some monsters have tendency to inflict topple on monsters' own selves? I did. I've already exploited that. This is reaction to monsters using own big moves. Cannot dissipate force, so end up flat on ground. But lucky for drivers, that perfect time to butt in with launch and smash. Fighting is all about using openings. Well, Roly-Poly have to admit, friends really blast taste out of water. It's sure sign of growth as drivers. The final call have to be made after consult with Blade of Roly-Poly. Roly-Poly sure friends lack for nothing. Alrighty then, should be all prepped soon, so come back in a while and can talk business. It's pretty good,
A
Smage.
happy conclusion.
I refuse to acknowledge that it looks anything like a Windows background. I refuse to acknowledge. I actually just want to check something. I feel like I've missed a quest in format, but that appears to be untrue. I refuse, Shadow Mage.
Skip and a jump later.
Even on familiar ground, we must
Yeah,
stay
there's
vigilant.
nothing here. Anyway, Shadow Mage, how are you? Hi, Gregathan.
A hop, skip, and a
I'm
jump
sorry
later.
about the sadness.
Even
I'm
on
glad
familiar
about the
ground,
pizza.
We must stay vigilant.
I do wish you could find a middle ground in which you were, like, full of pizza and happiness. Which game is that, Smidge? Oh yeah, this is the man, the woman, the person with the Roomba. Ugh. Water. Hang in there. Wait, I thought it was good, Smage. Aw, heck. I thought it was good. Here, drink this.
We can take care of it if you want.
Traumathan, hello. So yeah. She needs things that have water in them. Yes, we can fill her up on nut. Ma'am, please drink our nut. Ah, I feel so much better. Thank you for the dude, Smage. You really saved my bacon, thank you. I know, I'm made of it. The name's Pelva, just an adventurer with a dream of finding fame and fortune here in the Dana Desert. Though dream implies it might not actually happen, eh? Believe you me, it's definitely gonna happen. It has to. I was feeling pretty ravenous, so I chowed down on a couple of red pollen orbs I found in a green barrel. Oh no. So, red pollen orbs within the Xenoblade universe are kind of notorious for... They're hard drugs. Greg. That's a very sweet thing to say. Because I have a very good PNG tube. Then my buddy got really hot, so I gulped down a whole bunch of water. I waited for my partner, but they never came back. When I ran out of food and water, I thought I was gonna die. Smage, that is my IRL face. Nobu is correct. Greg is cute. I've seen Greg, so it's undeniable. Why didn't you just go back to the capital? I didn't want to give up my lead. The legends say that the Dana Desert has gold just lying around all over the place for anyone to take. And my partner and I made it out here before anyone else. Hey, Adam? Is that true about the gold? Ask any Tornan schoolchild and they'll tell you that it is. No more than a legend, then. Shh! Should have known you were non-believers. Steady on, we're not doubting you. I'm doubting you. We didn't come all the way out here to dig because of some childhood fairy tale. I've got a machine that tells you exactly where the gold is. See? Is that your hidden power? Precisely. My partner hauled it up in a load of salvage. All it needs is a gravitonic clutch, and it should be up and running and sniffing out gold like nobody's business. The machine doesn't look that amazing to me. Pelva! Sorry, Dudan is slightly late. Slightly? Nearly shriveled up and died of thirst out here. Biggest apologies. Oh wait, it's you. Emma? friends are same friends who helped Dudan before. Fancy meeting you here. Yeah, we met this guy in Gormott and helped him do some salvaging. Wait a sec, Dudan, you know these people? Yes, yes. Friends were big help when Dudan needed to get Gravitonic Clutch. Wow, small world, eh? Anyway, this isn't the time for chit-chat, no siree. We need to get the Fortune Findamatron 4000 up and running. Dudan on it. All done. Does it work? Does it work? When switch on, machine will run all over Dana Desert and find gold that buried in sand. Probably. Wow, pretty impressive. It's some high-tech wizardry, that's for sure. Right then, Dudan, my old matey. Time to close our eyes, cross our fingers, and dream of gold. It almost certainly is, Greg. Switch on now. Oh, it's back. Did it find anything? Dudan? I noticed that the Fortune Findamatron failed to find a Matron any fortune. Man. It turned out that Dudan's self-taught engineering skills not sufficient. It did, Greg. It took 14 seconds. You bloody knock-on. I sunk every last penny of my savings into modding the FF4000, so it better produce results and fast. Machine need remodel by expert. Like crazy inventor who live in capital, or anyone. Please do not pressuring Dudan anymore. He seems to have cracked a little. Hey, please help me out. Dudan has already outlived his usefulness, so you're all I've got. To tell you the truth, I'm a little curious myself as to whether there's any gold in the desert, so why not? Yes, indeed. Consider my interest piqued. Okay, then. Let's go and find someone who's good with machinery. Yeah, that can also happen. We disappointed Dudan. By the way, the people with these exclamation marks, these are people who can join your community once you complete their quest.
Excuse me, princess.
Ew, Stitch. You're not wrong, but ew. We also learned a recipe for Hugo's gold detector.
I am grateful to greet another day.
Which is different from Dudan's
What's
because
on
it
today's
works.
schedule?
What a pleasant stroll.
Right. Where shall we head to next?
We do have a main quest, so at some point we should probably attempt it. So, unfortunately, the main gates
We
are
made it.
closed.
Good stuff.
Doesn't seem so bad.
Is this what happens when the villain twice makes a copy of the main character from My Hero Academia? Anyway, I'll go now.
Ah, my favorite power. You're mine now.
That is the correct response. There you go.
What have we got got here?
Listen to the sound of my voice.
And this.
We made it. Good stuff.
The rear
Doesn't seem
gate,
so bad.
there's cool stuff back there, and they won't let me go to it. Because they know it's cool. Juices here and there. Mostly here, because juice is
My
fantastic.
favorite part. Ah, my favorite part.
Cool, camera. Anyway, we were told to speak to a crazy inventor. And here's Gideon. Machine for discovering buried treasure in the Torna desert? One could use all the resources Torna has at its disposal and not come close to constructing a machine like this. But when salvage is considered, I suppose you cannot say that it is definitively impossible. Fascinating. Leave it with me and I shall deliver to you the Gideon Goldimatron 5000. That sounds better than the Fortune Findamatron 4000. It's a whole 1,000 extra. Yes, he seems like a stable fellow. Whoop whoop! I present to you the Gideon Goldimatron 5000. Right, off you toddle to the Torna Desert to try it out. No need to report back. I'm completely confident in its ability to deliver. Yoo-hoo-hoo! I don't know what the Juggalo call is. I didn't know Juggalos had a call. Is it like a mating cry or what? People whooped
Even
before
on familiar
Juggalos,
ground,
Greg.
we must stay vigilant.
So you got it rebuilt? Yep. Can't say we can't rightly say if it was successful or not. No, it's bound to work. I know it. Well, I believe it. At the very least, I hope. Certainty decreased rapidly. Dudan will just cross wings and flip switch. Yeah, we should just go for it. You're right. Flip that switch, Dudan, my dude. Back! Looks like it came back with something. What is it? It's covered in sand. I can't really make it out. I hope it's gold. Will you look? I can't stand the tension. Can we? Yes, please do. What if a monster jumps out at us? That would be really unlikely.
This takes me back.
Well, that was money. Juice, that's a terrible reason to be able to mod, but I'm glad you're here. So the legends were true. There really was gold buried in the Torna Desert. Helva's dream came true. Really? Are you sure the machine didn't just find gold the traveling merchants dropped accidentally? It did seem to be mostly small change. What a buzzkill. Can't believe we didn't find any fabulous wealth after all that effort. I'd have made more money if I'd spent my time feeding armors back home. Ah, cheer up. Dudan had fun, Helva. Yeah. I guess it was pretty fun, wasn't it? Thanks for all your help, everybody. I'm sorry it was all for nothing. Ah, don't worry about it. It was an entertaining diversion, to say the least. That's for sure. Dream of Gold was beautiful while it lasted. Meh.
I do only what His Majesty asks of me.
And Dudan does rejoin at this point.
This is awkward.
It has been a learning experience.
And one last thing I want to do before I head back to the city is weirdly head back near where we started. I think it is here. There's something we can go do now. I hope we're at the appropriate level.
Even on familiar ground, we must stay vigilant.
Ooh. Ooh, Jin and Hayes got improved affinity. Heck yes.
I feel my power surging.
A long way to get to level 5 affinity.
Our efforts are paying off.
More growing to do?
Sorry, Nobu. No more disintegration for you. So this was very early in the game. I mean, you can tell. Monsters here are what, level 4? Yeah. The tough ones are like level 6. You did, Cahill, and it's very good.
What have we got here?
But a lady that we met earlier told us about something called Barney stones. A guy called Barney left these stones all around to hide his treasure. Yes, Cahill, is it that you're cute? Because it's true. And this is one of the Barney stones. It's the Barney stone. You might find certain mysterious stone pillars on your adventures, called Barney stones. They're a feature that's unique to Torna. Checking out a Barney stone means you'll have to fight off some monsters, but if you can manage it, you'll get some hidden treasure. Preparation is key. That is definitely an interesting thought, Cahill.
Oh no.
This takes me back.
And here I thought we were being inconspicuous.
Now, fortunately, these guys are not.
Put your minds at ease.
Just tell me when. Am I good? Spinning wheel.
Good, isn't it?
Ready to go.
If it makes you feel better, yes, Barney's kidney stones.
Think of the possibilities.
Stitch, that what? That's not a thing.
my favorite part.
Secret flag blueprint. So
This takes
that's
me
the
back
big thing
to
you
the
get.
sound of my
You get from
voice.
these. You get new blueprints for items that typically Adam can create. But that should also go to Yanchik Harbor. You should be able to talk to the lady there and confirm for her that in fact Barney stones are a real thing.
Right. Where shall we head to next?
Now there's a reason I'm doing
This takes me back.
all of these side quests. Because community is a frustrating thing later, and you can make it less frustrating by doing side quests early and often. Huh? You haven't actually gone and found it, have you? The Barney Stone and the treasure? Then tell me all the juicy details. Yeah, some bugs come out. I hit them with sword. I knew you had it in you. Didn't I say it? So, what do you think? You think you'll become adventurers now and make a killing? There's a legend about a stash of buried gold in Torna's vast desert. Yeah, about that one. If I join forces with you, I reckon we could make a tidy profit. Just kidding. Last thing I need in my line of work is more tough competition. Well, thanks very much for listening to my waffle. I hear there are other Barney stones scattered around Torna, so good luck with those.
Why, thanks.
How about next time you help yourselves?
In fact, I believe over here, there's another Barney stone.
With all my might.
And I don't have enough to get it.
Can't win them all.
Cahill, it's a Roomba. Of course they trusted it.
Even on familiar ground, we must stay vigilant.
I really, really like the design of Oresco. Quest? Ah, aspirant youths, stay right where you are. You have a look about you that tells me you might be interested in my most marvelous invention. Here, look! I've hundreds of things. Beauties, aren't they? More Ardain has absolutely nothing on my masterworks, I tell you. I am, nevertheless, at somewhat of a loss as to how to surpass my former genius. What with the war on the horizon, it's been getting more and more difficult to find the parts I need. So now I've laid my woes bare. Could you perchance help the great Gideon collect some machine parts? I believe the ones lying around here in Torna should be choice enough.
I'm certain it'll be worth it in the long run.
Do I have enough? I do have a lot of parts. Oh yeah. Excellent work. A fine hole you have there. I extend my gracious thanks. At long last... Thank you, Stitch. At long last, I can now put the finishing touches to my ultimate creation. I call it Gideon's special patented perpetual music box. As the name suggests, with just one turn of the key, it will play music forever and ever with no interruption. That is, can you turn it off, is the only question I have. I can have both things, Trom. What's that? You want to know how to stop it? Well, it's a good point. I've not thought of a good way yet. I think that's a problem for future Gideon to wrestle with. Anyway, you've helped me collect the parts, so why don't I teach you how to make your own as thanks? I don't want that. Ah, hold on, yes, it's coming to me, yes, yes! Eureka, I've got it! A flash of inspiration for a brand new invention. My next masterpiece that will address any and all minor flaws which my last masterpiece may or may not have had. And for that, I'm going to need lots of parts that can withstand the dry climate around the capital. Thank you, Trom. I always have the biggest grin when that happens. Thank you, Greg. He needs parts from around Gormott. Okay, Trom. That is a great curse. I assume you're the one making Dumpling Stitch? Because that's very exciting. Marvelous. That looks like all the parts I need, yes. You have keen eyes, my fledgling friends. Behold my life's work. I call it Gideon's special patented jamming megaphone. Its perfectly tuned mechanism cancels out any noise from the surroundings and magnifies the user's voice. And since surely everyone loves the sound of their own voice, there's no need for an off switch. I'm brilliant. I specifically remember not doing it. I specifically remember telling Juice that they couldn't. How far does the magnified voice carry, you ask? What are you guys, health and safety inspectors? Sheesh. Thanks to my ingenious directionalizing technology, any voice you feed it, no matter how loud, will carry 10 peds. So this was covered in the base game, like tangentially. Peds is short for Titan peds, which is how they measure large distances. It's like a mile. Right, just about as far as if you... Oh no, so it's not a mile. Just about as far as if you shout. Wait, that's not a megaphone. That's just shouting. Here, I'll share the recipe with you, so you can take my groundbreaking invention out into the world. So that's not an invention. It doesn't do anything. Yeah. Sir, I don't think you're that smart. It seems your contributions have allowed me to stay aloft after all. This marks the beginning of a new era of inventions. Why, before you know it, I'll be a household name. People will bow and scrape before me, begging for one of my creations. And I owe it in part thanks to you keen-eyed kittywinks. Bravo! Well done indeed.
Well done, us.
Mission accomplished, then.
You see, it's much more exciting that he gave us an item called a moon cube. I don't think you need to know what a moon cube is to know that it's exciting.
Looks like you're getting the hang of me.
That's kind of funny, Greg. Insect-loving boy Marcus. This child has the best hat. Oh. The button comes. Look at his hat. Look at that very good hat. Oh, this is no good. It's gonna take ages at this rate. Huh? You want me? You can ask me anything you want, as long as it's about insects. What? You're not interested in insects? Tut tut. Well, I tell you, there's more to insects than meets the eye. There's shiny shells, there's strong bendy legs. Plus, if you boil them up, you get some really useful medicines. Oh yeah. I've collected loads of insects, but because I'm just a kid, I'm not allowed to go looking very far. But I need to get lots of insects as quickly as possible. Do you think you could bring me any insects you find? Thanks. Oh, and I'll need some from Gorma too, not just from Torna.
We shall handle it.
In spite of that, you don't need to bring him insects from anywhere in particular. Also, a cobra is not an insect. Dang it, game. Neither are scorpions, but they're at least related. I know for a fact that I'm banned in one chat. And I know broadly why. Nice, that's more than enough. Thanks so much. If I can boil these up and get her to drink it, then maybe, just maybe. That reminds me, I'm also partial to tinkering with machinery. Let me thank you properly. I'll show you a pretty amazing invention of mine. Yeah, that's not cool, Greg. I think you're perfectly on board unfollowing. This man is Waiter. We met Lyta, who was a driver, mentioned her father, Waiter, who was a builder. This is him. This city has a long history. There's shops been here more than 300 years. I myself come from 14 generations of craftsmen. We've been building in Torna for a long time. It's a fair old task, taking on the weight of that history while adapting to the demands of the time. This city is built on blood, sweat, and tears, more than you know.
Don't have to tell me. Despair not. Onward.
Dang it. Jean, what do I need to do to make you not be terrible? I know it's a big ask, but just work with me, buddy. Farsighted Talisman. I can't make that yet. Dang it. Greg, everyone is uniquely named in this game. But that's partly because they don't have that many characters. Stitch, I love you too. I like this dude. His name is just Onyx. So rad. Our squad's job is to guard the palace. But they don't send anyone decent for this job these days. Bleeding shame. Problem is, the palace hasn't needed defending in so long. No invasion gets far enough to actually threaten it. Which is great, but it means our squad is short on real fighters lately. Everyone gets this job because of family commitment. All they do is skive off and swan about admiring each other's shoes. They don't know the first thing about soldiering. It's a pretty dire situation. A real attack and we're on for a battery. This load of arseholes won't know what hit him. It'd serve him right, too. Gwahaha! I wish I could replace the lot, but good talent doesn't grow on trees, you know. Also, his helmet has a built-in mustache, which is just so good.
Ah, this is new.
This place would make a perfect base of operations.
Now, earlier, in the very first episode, in fact, the very first side quest we got, we met a kid whose dad was a gardener, and whose dad would apparently beat him if he didn't bring the right stuff. This is him. I did a bit of traveling myself back in the day, saw a bit of the world. Plentiful lands of lakes and forests, exotic cities with strange houses and even stranger food. But I have to say, there's no place quite like Torna. No big wars or famine or terrible epidemics here. Tornans live in peace and quiet thanks to our wise and prudent king. Past kings might have been brutal despots, but our king rules with reason and isn't afraid of change or reform. Some folks are critical of a king with such a progressive outlook, but I think he's clever. Very clever. Sir, I am going to break you, but I'm going to do it slowly.
What have we got here?
There's a secret behind one of these rooms. There's also, this is fun, you can climb the watchtower.
Don't forget me!
Ah, Stitch, I do adore you.
You're mine now.
By the way, I said at some point that with regards to these green barrels, I thought there were 120 and you needed to break 100. I was incorrect. You need to break 70. I think there are 100 in the game and you need to break 70. So I'm not too far from there. And more fun, from here, you can get onto the roofs. There's a lot of exploring you can do from up here. And I just think it's real neat. Now, it's worth noting, this is not secret. Like, they're a straight-up quest. But I still think it's neat.
Ah, my favorite part.
And it's also just their opportunity to hide some cool things. Also, you can fall to your death. Now, this part might just be me. But when I see this wall here, it always reminds me of that level towards the end of Mario Odyssey, where you're at, like, Bowser's castle, and you can turn into the bird that can stick its beak into the walls, and you can climb up there.
Nighttime.
And that's what it always reminds me of.
Time to bed down soon, don't you think?
Good level in a good game. By the way, there's no point to doing this now. I'm doing this far too early. There is currently nothing up here. Except, I think there are some green barrels on the other side. Okay, don't cross this. It's no good and unhelpful. Okay, I have to go around the outside again. Which is precarious and scary. And would be more so for a real person who had anything to risk by falling. I know there's something useful up here. And this brings us back around to the gate where we started. Yes.
Ah, my favorite part.
There's several green barrels
My favorite
here.
part. You're mine now.
I don't know that I would have a quirk, Stitch. I might be in the unfortunate 20%. Isabella, who told us about the Barney Stones, has moved here. Your quirk is being cute but not recognizing. It's a very painful quirk. Because you'll never know what other people see in you. But with training, you can get over that second part. Oh, is this the canonical start of Stitch's villain arc? No, no, Greg. We do not compare people we care about to Minetta. Because Stitch is not a monster. Or green barrels.
My favorite part. You're mine now.
There we go. I knew there was a treasure trove there.
Ah, my favorite part.
Yeah, Greg. When I said we don't, I meant as in going forward.
Well, here we are.
We made good time.
And we speak to the Aureus Palace Guard. Lord Adam, and Your Majesty Emperor Hugo. Expect there must be some sort of emergency. Professor Amelthus is also gracing us with his presence. Please wait here. I'll inform the king you've arrived. Get ready for cutscene time.
Malos aims for the seal?
Yes. He draws ever closer to the capital, leaving destruction in his wake. Our path here was littered with the wounds of his procession, my lord.
So, the Quester's report was true. Noble Hugo. At this time of grave peril, you have afforded us your trusty aid. Your due will be our eternal thanks.
I'm scarcely worthy of it, Your Majesty. As the Titans breathe, I merely followed Prince Adam against the peril we face. In truth, It is to him that your kind praise is due.
Ah, the trust of the dread Ardanian throne. 'Tis a much valued gift to our young scion of Ileta. Mark it well. It gladdens me.
Your most noble honors pierce my unworthy heart, my lord.
Begging your pardon, Lord, would that honor were the only currency in this grave business? An armed band transgressed the sacred boundaries of the capital without regal assent. The act merits bitter punishment.
Suppose you that our soldiers can subdue Malos alone?
I don't...
Indeed. The army of resistance fearlessly dashes to our nation's aid. They tremble not in the face of the mightiest of foes. To punish them is unthinkable.
Yes, but...
Also, Bridget got boobs.
Zeta, what does not bend only breaks. We must suffer to Adam his just bounty. I hereby enfeoff you as Lord of Heblin.
This is too much for me, my lord. First, I must busy myself with the command of the resistance force. We can't allow Malos to take the seal. I'd be much obliged if you could grant permission for the resistance to move freely within your lands, lord.
As you wish. Brave soldiers of Torna, hear your king. Our country must make its own sacrifice to halt the terrible power of the Aegis.
Indol, too, pledges its flesh and blood to the cause. I humbly confess that it was my own lack of foresight which brought us to this pass.
Yes, Greg, and fief is a real word. It means to grant someone a fiefdom. And the title of fief.
My brother, or rather, my lord, what is your aim? Why give Heblin to Adam?
He has declined our offer. Perhaps our good wishes suffice.
Yet still he holds all the power. He makes allies of foreign lords without permission and gathers together a fighting force.
Zeta, my brother, hear me well. The sickened world rests heavy upon my crown. I fear too heavy for my mortal neck.
Majesty.
And this disorderly throne is more apt for one such as Adam.
Brother, you mean to set my birthright on the caitiff's shoulders?
I'm honestly not sure, Josh. The only thing I can think of is, like, people kind of assume that there was nothing he could do to stop Mal. We know from the base game that's not entirely true. That there were a lot of things he could have done differently, and that a lot of who Malos is because of Amalthus. But it is nonetheless interesting that nobody seems to stop. Nobody seems to give him any shit for it. I can finally breathe. What's wrong? You got asthma or something? It's alright, there's no need for concern. Lady Laura gets like this whenever she has to deal with formal situations. That's not ideal. You're one to talk. You've been waiting outside the whole time, just idling by yourself. That's so selfish. Now he's having a very good time. Cut him some slack, Laura. Minoth had good reason not to go, especially when his least favorite individual was attending. Least favorite? Wait, you mean Amalthus, don't you? Sorry, I didn't. It's fine. I'm a coward, I admit it. We should endeavor to make sure that Minoth steers well clear of the Questorian feud. So, Adam, what's our next course of action? Thank God, Hugo is tiny. He can't be older than, like, 13? We may have warned them in time, but there's no telling when Malos might launch his attack. Indeed, we can start by taking a stroll around the city and seeing what the residents have to say. You can't be serious. Malos is virtually breathing down our necks and you want to waste time catching up? That's not what this is. We'd get to learn the lay of the land too, and we'd get an idea of the overall mood. He's right. Establishing a good rapport with the residents will give us an edge when the time comes. Perhaps the Aegis feels that she can handle the situation all on her own? I'm sorry, Stitch. This I have to confirm. I generally believe you. But... what?
A pig! So cute.
Thank you. Okay. No. Okay, Stitch. So, Hugo, a character in Xenoblade Chronicles X, is 35. Hugo has no official age, but given that he and Adam were childhood friends, probably similar age, so probably early 20s. Hi, Gold. You are correct. Hugo is a little baby man. Fine, whatever. You all know better than me, so go on ahead. Bunch of bullies. You're not saying it to be mean, Mithra. We all have to make concessions, and I think even you understand that now. You've really matured, you know. Am I supposed to take that as a compliment? You should. Adam has been looking out for you this whole time. You know he's being honest. Agreed. You should take his praise at face value. Now, let's set to exploring the city. Plenty of atmosphere to soak up. And Minoth gets a new story he can tell. I believe at this point, several new side quests have opened up. I could be wrong, that they may only open up later. But at least one gate has opened up, so, you know, that's worth it. I was correct, there are new side quests. Obibi, who is actually a baby. I didn't even see that Buttspot said that. That's terrible. No customers, nothing to do. Meme, welcome to Obibi's Textiles. Oh, friends not customers? Obibi not have time for window shoppers, please to scram. You definitely have time for window shoppers. What do you mean I not look busy? It's not a friend's business. But friends make valid observation. Nobody come to check out wares of Obibi. Patience is coming end of rope. Not sure why, but even other Nappan seem to keep distance. Maybe time to pack up shop. If only there were easy way to rake in buckets of gold in one fell swoop. Meme, Obibi has it. Obibi recently spied Nappan Littlepon around town. Never seen before. Littlepon traveling alone at young age? There's only one possibility. Must be Littlepon of Ulrest's hottest trade guild, name of Voltus. Yeah, the Argentum Trade Guild, which in 500 years is the biggest, is not the biggest at this point. At the moment, Voltus is the biggest trade guild. Would owe great debt if friends could ask Littlepon for big inspiration. Obibi wait right here, looking forward to news of good news.
We cannot turn them away.
There are several other quests, including Omnom, the #1 gourmet. Still hungry. They not serve big portions here. Eh? You want Omnom for something? Om in middle of meal now. We'll help later. Wait, hold thought of Om. Friends not happen to have food. This place make Om angry. Never feel full after eating. If friends have food, please share some with Om. Pretty please? Om happen to be one of best gourmets out of all Napa. Om refuse all food unless it make mouth run like water. Hoping friends can help satisfy appetite.
We cannot turn them away.
We can, Jin. We don't have a lot of food. We might have to go cook some extra food. Apparently he's fine with Mithra's cooking. Although not very fine.
Oh boy! I'm so hungry, I could eat an Octorok!
Fantastic, thank you, Greg. Oh, that actually did okay. Ah, full up now. Great thankings. Do you have anything to eat, Greg? Because that might be a good idea. Om feel like I just eat more than stomach size suggest possible, but that's surely just imagination. Now, for dessert. Even feminine Nopon like Om have room for dessert. Looking forward to bringing up dessert. Will be very tasty. I gotta make a lot more dessert. Not to worry, still room left in Om 7th belly. Not full yet. Especially silver sparkly candy. Om cannot forget rich smell and exquisite taste. I actually don't remember the Ascension waffles being anything special. I do think they're one of Mithra's ones, so they're probably terrible.
Looks like we're out of snacks.
Here's the thing, Juice. I don't think canonically, but I think it's hilarious. I think that person's just exaggerating. Hi, Tico. What should I do? Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to mumble in front of customers. I was miles away. I've got this friend, you see, and lately he's been, I don't know, distant, absent-minded? Just a bit weird, I guess. He stopped eating his favorite fish dishes, so I know something's up, but he won't talk to me about it. But maybe you could get through to him? Would you do that for me? His name is Joey, and you can find him tending to the armor. Sorry to bother you with a little thing like that. Hopefully it's nothing at all. Anyhow, thank you so much.
We'd be more than happy to assist.
We already spoke to Joey briefly. Meh. Do not suppose there any chance that friends are mighty heroic warriors? Marumo in charge of shopping ward, so good judge of character becomes kind of second nature. Yes, it clear as cloudless sky. Friends just the heroes Marumo searching for. Terrible thing. Gogol start take up residence in Pilgrim Springland Peln. Ugh. Oasis no more place for resty rest. Makes usual cargo route much times longer. And one thing now very clear. Marumo now on verge of financial meltdown. Friends have no idea how dire straits are for Marumo. So dire. Plenty dire. Marumo drown pillow in tears at night. Marumo want friends to chase nuisance gogols out of Oasis. Will drown friends in thank yous if success. But Marumo know hero friends will succeed anyway. It's written in script of life.
We cannot turn them away.
We can. We won't, but we can, Jin. Yeah, I'm Joey. What's it to you? What? Tico sent you? Gah, so nosy. I told her already. Everything's okay. Oh, fine. You really want to know? 3 of my Armus have run away. My own dumb fault. I thought I'd see if Armus have a homing instinct. Spoiler warning, they don't. Not a single one of them got back. What a waste of time. So if you see any Armus running around out there, do you maybe bring them back here, please? I think you could probably find them easy enough by following their tracks. The names of the 3 lost Armus are Yama, Aji, and Washish. They should come when you call them. And don't try to, like, fight them or tip them over, okay? Cheers and all. Okay, so cow tipping is a thing here as well. It's Deku twice. Meh? Friends have business with Deku Deku? Ah, indeed it true. Deku Deku on Walkie Walkie Pilgrimage. Special rite of passage for Volta's Trade Guild. Is making only minor impression, me know, but pleased to realize Deku Deku carrying future of Trade Guild on back. It take budding young, aspiring merchant like self to generate strong cash flow. Meh? Friends take interest in Deku Deku and need to ask favor? So textile shop doing poor business and asking Deku Deku to invest. It's very interesting proposal. This perfect opportunity to put financial skills to test. But not to expect results immediately. Deku Deku need time to draw up business plan. There's no easy road to success. Get rich quick scheme is pie in sky way of thinking, even if sound delicious. Okay, Deku Deku go ahead and have talk with manager now. I also like Tetsu Tetsu. Fully understanding situation is key to every successful business transaction. We'll consider options on table and get back to friends when return. Yeah, just by running around the city, we've got a bunch of extra side quests. Tatsu is my least favorite Nopon. That's such an easy one. Technically no pun, but whatever. Good travelers, can I ask you something? I'm not sure if you've noticed, but the lantern at the side of the gate has gone out. Doesn't that bother you? It does. No, Juice. They're the same species, just a different pronunciation. But since it's... Thank you, Greg. Since it's Xenoblade X, I just wanted to specify that he is a Nopon. It's a different universe, but they still have Nopon, and Tatsu references Frontier Village, which is super weird. Right? Like, what's the point of it even being there? I've been hoping to get it repaired, actually. See, I'm supposed to monitor the area, so I can't afford to leave my station, not even for a second. As for the guy next to me, well, he's my brother, but for reasons I'd prefer not to go into, I'd rather not ask him. You can talk to him if you want. You'll soon understand. In any case, I've got to do my duty and keep watching over this place. I'm stuck at my post, lantern's out of reach. You've probably guessed where this is going. Think you could light up my life a little?
We never turn a blind eye to people in need.
That, I will say, is my favorite thing, Gold. Like, that is what they're called for Elma. They're called Nopon. And, like, that's just how it goes. Man, what a difficult quest. I saw the whole thing. Awesome work. You've really brightened up my day. It takes care of that matter, then. Yeah, Elma doesn't have any voiced, any non-generic voiced lines. Because Elma was added as a last-minute addition to the game. Unfortunately. She deserves better. Brings me to the next one. See, there's actually a bunch of lanterns that have broken down around the capital. I happened to notice them while I was on patrol, and it really bugged me. As usual, my brother turned a blind eye to the problem. So, being the model citizen that I am, I thought I'd take the initiative and fix them all myself. Except I haven't been able to yet, not since I've been lumbered with guard duty. I reckon there were about 4 in total. 1 in Formite Shopping Ward, 1 in Fabry Industry Ward, 1 in Oresco Residential Ward, oh, and the last one was in Orem Storage Room. If you could nip around and fix those 4, it'd be a huge help. For me and for the people. I still have hope in my heart that one day Nintendo will acknowledge that Xenoblade Chronicles X is a game that exists.
Ah, the first rays of the morning sun. And just like that, all the night...
How far do you think we'll get today?
Hi, Lantern. And last one is over here.
Even on familiar ground, we must stay vigilant.
I don't think Adam has any direct reply to eating spicy food, but it would be interesting. Hey there, did you miss us? We fixed your faulty lanterns. Remind me why we're the ones running around doing odd jobs for this guy? Let's try to put things in perspective, Mithra. It's for the good of the people. Great, thanks a bunch. That's a load off my mind. It would have been a while before I could get around to fixing those. Yo, Kelsey? Bro, what's up? If the lanterns were bothering you so much, why didn't you just ask me? I could have fixed them for you. Nah, I didn't want to have to rely on you this time. I've been relying on you most of my life, ever since Mum went. Wahaha! Chalcedony, have you got a minute? Sarge! Sorry to bar Jay, but I've got urgent news to tell you. Chalcedony, you're promoted. Come join the squad. Wait, but what did I do? You went and fixed those lanterns. None of the men in my regiment even took notice of them. Proof enough to show your dedication to bettering the lives of our citizens. Something our squad's severely lacking. That may be so, but it wasn't actually me who repaired them. It was these kind travelers. That so? Well then, travelers, how would you like a place in our ranks? Oh, sir. No, almost everybody here already outranks you. Thanks, but no. Haha, very blunt. We may have repaired the lanterns, but Chalcedony here was the one who asked us to fix them. In all honesty, it's him you should be thanking. Couldn't agree more. The lad's more than talented enough to join my team. Are you absolutely sure about this? What, you prefer to say on guard duty? Didn't you once say it was dull as a sack of rum rice? Ah, Nikki. Come on, Kelsey. This is your big chance. You can't turn down an offer like this. Bro, you're doing it again. Sarge, I'm in. Just as long as you can give me a job I can really sink my teeth in.
Decision time. So, would you rather have a punch in the face or a kick in the balls?
I would rather have neither, but if that's not a choice, I would have the punch in the face, I guess. Oh, there's no shortage of those, believe you me. That's more like it. Do us proud, bro. You can count on it. I don't think that was ever in question, Stitch, but thank you. Thank you, all of you. Everything's been happening so fast. I never expected any of this. And I just about owe all of it to you. Thank you so much. Are you going to be alright without your brother? Totally. I've been trying to work my way up the ladder for a while now. I don't need him hand-holding me. Oh, I see. Well, if that's what you've decided... It is. Again, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
I am honored.
This quest, I think, is kind of intended as a free bit of community. Because it's very quick to do, takes almost no effort.
Always happy to put a smile on people's faces.
Stitch, with absolutely no information to go on, I choose to believe you.
This takes me back.
Slow and steady.
Laser focus.
It went this way, it seems. Well, now, I hope they're being good. Actually, 1, 2. Purples are the rarest.
This takes me back.
And yet we got very little for it. Then the path diverges. Which isn't a surprise because there are 3 armors. Oh yeah, this was another quest we were asked to deal with. Like something out of a painting. Get back, Laura. I'll clear the way. Someone's eager. Look around you, Jin. Is it just the Gogols keeping a tight formation? We're stronger as a unit. You go off on your own, you're leaving yourself wide open. I'll bear that in mind. Glad to hear it. I just don't want to be carrying around dead weight. What he really means is that he doesn't want you to get hurt. Hey, I can speak for myself. Anyway, let's move out. Yeah, I think they asked me to kill, like, 3 monkey. Okay. I was slightly concerned there that the game had crashed without me saving for, like, several hours. I know I should, Greg. But I had forgotten.
Don't mind if I do.
I did one to get. Ooh, I can do their level 4 special. It's interesting to note, neither Adam nor Hugo is as skilled with using their blades as Laura is, which makes sense because they're just less experienced. Oh no, Stitch, that's terrible. Greg, I have confidence in you.
I hope you're all ready for this.
Remain vigilant of your surroundings.
Don't hurt yourself, Stitch, please.
My turn.
Yes, I did mean Greg. Monkey. It's Boss Monkey. Hey, where do you think you're going? Oh, is it the bandage from when you gave blood? Then you should be good, yeah. Retreating to regroup? I didn't think Gogols were capable of strategic thinking. Jin, they're getting away. It appears somebody may be leading them. So what now? Plasma. I say we go up to the leader. Take them out of the picture and the Gogols will be up a creek without a paddle. I agree. They'll be hard-pressed to make a comeback after that. Exactly. And I mean, we're all professionals here, right? It's not like they'll give us any trouble. Right. I'm ready whenever you are. They're not getting away this time. Ha! I'm starting to wonder if I even have to lift my sword. I think you'll find that's my line. You don't have a sword, Minoth. Alright, then let's focus our efforts on finding the large one. We should be able to reach higher ground from the left-hand side. And that's also where we find Cal.
It would seem I have much.
Man, Aegean, why can't you just be cool? I recognize it's not entirely his fault. But for such a cool looking blade...
Someone's pleased to see us.
It bounced.
My friend, put your minds at ease.
Just tell me when. Quick! I feel correct for spinning wheel.
Waiting for your go-ahead.
Try to go here.
Whoops! I knew that was gonna hurt.
Back into the fray. Ready to go.
Wide open. Open wide. Looks like they mean business. For us, let's switch.
And that's why you don't mess with these ones.
Blade combo, third stage.
Reinforcements. Pretty windy though. Try this on. You need even someone. My work isn't done. Moving on up. Ready to go.
And should be able to finish with the chain. Oh, I love that sound. Thank you, Tron.
Don't forget me. Lead the rear guard to me. Magnificent.
And thank you for the dukes, Nikki. I'm sorry they weren't the dukes you wanted.
Elemental burst. How about another round of carnage? Elemental burst.
Don't expect to recover from this.
That face is so good, Nikki.
Super.
Plenty more with that. Jin, I need you up front.
There we go.
Super. It's not over. Soon, not by a long shot. Elemental burst. Don't forget me. Final thrust. Astounding.
Don't forget me!
Oh, perfect timing, Stitch.
It's not over. Not by a long shot.
Oh, I forgot I was gonna get a fourth one. Let's go. We'll let Mithra get involved.
Magnificent.
Don't forget me. Leave the rear guard to me, Bridget.
Magnificent.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
Hayes, deal with that.
And one of the advantages of using Hayes' level 3 special, Celadon Whirlwind, is that it also heals.
I feel like I learned something. I shall use this power for the glory of
Nothing to apologize for. It's a damn good battlefield, Stitch.
Wow. I never thought we'd find ourselves in the company of emperors and princes.
It's funny, isn't it? Almost like we've been dropped straight into a fairy tale.
Life is a many-splendored thing indeed.
I couldn't agree more. Let's make the most of it, shall we?
There must be some use for this.
I don't even know what that is, Tron, but it scares me.
Hey, if it makes my life easier.
Increases accuracy and evasion rate of entire team by 40% at max affinity, which can increase to 50%. Very nice.
Someone please to see us.
This is actually trying to save some cows. That's so much.
Just tell me what they get.
Lucky great.
I don't know what Buttercup's on. It's nice. If that were possible, so would I, bitch. I still like Mute.
I believe I've gained a little skill. Jin, your fury is certainly something to behold.
My fury? What are you trying to say?
Something's buried
exactly?
down here.
Why did this cow have to take such a long path?
I hope you're all ready for this.
I won't enjoy this.
And why does the cow end up being in the same place as Monkey every time? Ow! Oh lord, Jin is dead. Okay, this should give me a nice long chain attack. You know, it does look like that, Nobu. Okay, that should be a good long chain attack. 7 or 8. I got all 8 in them.
First taste.
Looks like we're out of snacks.
Which is so much easier to do in the in Torna versus base game. Just generally, the pace of battle is so much higher. It's still slower than it is in 1 or 3, but it's still so much better.
This is the part I like most. I shall leave it in your capable hands.
Wait, did they make an Ice Rush out?
Where that came from.
We'll go
Jin, I need you up front.
Zero blade. Super. It's not over. Soon, not by a long shot.
Oh, you're right. That is actually very similar. I don't know if it would explicitly count as a variant, but close enough, I guess.
Astounding. I am as relentless as the tides.
That's potentially a problem.
Elemental burst.
Okay, no problem.
Obstinate thing.
And it wouldn't have been it.
Elemental burst.
No mercy.
Astounding. Elemental burst.
And with this, we get a full burst at 1800% damage.
I shall defend my emperor against all assailants.
More honed with each day.
That was just an excellent battle. A superb strike.
Very impressive.
Okay. Bunch of people got a bunch of cool things there.
More growing. A welcome improvement, no?
Who is Jane? Questions that haunt me every day. Kitan? So you're not referring to the sentient computer network from Speaker for the Dead and its sequel.
Someone's pleased to see us.
You know, Nikki, that is actually a central question of the third book. So, you know. You cannot run. Give up, give up. If Turkin take cattle, mother be pleased. Everyone pleased. Rejoice, rejoice. Feel bad crashing your party, boys, but we'll be having that army back. You what? I'm sorry, but there's a little boy who's eagerly awaiting her return. You lie! Liar! Liar! Great big liar! We find first. You give proof. Give! Give! Very well, let's see. Does either of you happen to remember what her name was? Nebbish? Sheepish? No, hang on. Easy there, Prince. You're embarrassing yourself. The three you were looking for were Yoma, Aji, and then Washish. Yes, there's our Washish, no doubt about it. The kid's good at training them, I'll give him that. Nonsense! It's make no sense. Names sound like delicious. Me hungry. Getting more hungry. We take our move. No contest. Oh bother. I'd really hoped to resolve this peacefully. We tried, Your Majesty. We tried. Fine. If this is how you want it, everyone protect the armor.
And here I don't get overwhelmed.
Tell me when.
That attack I just used there is honestly great. It is an AoE blowdown. So it is one of the more effective ways to get yourself out of a tight spot and get yourself to just a few seconds of safety. Oh, we've got another friend who's joined in. Keep getting some nice little improvements for characters who matter and also Aegean.
Power wells up from within.
Have good food, Greg.
You can rely on me.
Everything okay? We'll take the safe way home. No need to worry. And then I'm going to go back here and follow the other ones. That's true gold, but that's a very low bar for him to try to clear, and I still find him just immensely boring.
What have we got here?
Oh, there was one right here. Yama. There was one right there. And now I've got to follow the third set of foot. Boy, I sure did start with the most difficult one. Still though.
A pleasant stroll.
Right. Where shall we head to next?
That's all the Armus sent back home. I'm sure that will make the kid happy. and the girl who was worried about him. Hey, it's you guys. Thank you so much. The Armus are back safely, and it's all thanks to you. Mm-hmm. Sneef, sneef. Oh, come on, stop crying. I'm not crying, you're crying. You dolt. You're so nosy, you know that? Stop sticking your nose in my business. What? I was just worried about you. I can't even worry about you? No, you can do whatever you want. I don't even know what to say. Whatever. We're not talking about it. What's important is that our Armus are back home, so thanks. We can celebrate with the fish feast, right? Yeah, but who said there's gonna be enough for you? Oh, you? Who'd even want to come to your stupid party? You're dumb and I don't even like you, so there. What did I say? That's very cute. Seems our work here isn't quite over yet. What do you think, Hugo? Oh, right. Frankly, I don't think it's our business. So long as they can keep living their simple lives, laughing and fighting as the occasion merits. Oh well, I suppose that does come down to us after all, doesn't it? Perhaps so, Majesty, but still. We understand how you feel. However, it may be best to not dwell on that. It can only burden you. He's right, you know. You might want to try living without thinking, like our pal Adam here. Haha, Minoff, you wound me. But Hugo, we're all on the same side. We've got each other's backs now. No harm in relaxing a bit, is there? You never change, do you, Adam? Neither do you, old friend. Well, at least you got out of your head. Nobody can keep the weight of all rest on their shoulders. Do us a favor and remember that, at least. And they both join.
You have my thanks.
Thanks for that.
Which gets us to community level 2. We have 17 supporters, we need another 15 for the next level. So we've got a ways to go. But we don't need to worry about that quite yet.
There. That should do it.
And that, by the way, is why people dislike community. Before you can continue with the story, you have to get to at least community level 2. Which, if you haven't done any of the side quests before here, is very difficult to do and is going to take you a while, and it feels like grinding out side quests. That's why I say, if you're going to play this game, do side quests early, do side quests often. It makes it much easier if, like me, you only have to do 1 or 2 side quests, and then you're done. Nikki, just for you. So, yeah, do side quests early, do side quests often. Until you get to community level 2, you cannot proceed with the main quest. In my case, that involved doing, like, 2 side quests. But if you haven't done it, it might be longer. So yeah, this is an aspect that is broadly disliked. I don't mind, because my natural style is to do side quests early and often. Bridget is blue lady with fiery hair and booba. Meh, hero friends took nasty goggles out of picture? That incredible! Now Marumo have to upgrade hero friend status to hero friends. But there's no time to be celebrating. Popolo, you hear news? Indeed, Popolo set out on double and tell everyone that... Hold thought of Popolo. Meh, boss sharing news himself? So you see, thanks to hero friends, it's completely safe to use Oasis again. All can rest safe and easy again. Thank you so much. It's been such an inconvenience not being able to peddle our wares. This enormous weight off our feathers. We'll never forget kindness of hero friend. Aw, it was nothing really. That's our boss. Always finds the best people for the job. Never a truer word was spoken. Business is always thriving with the chair manager. You really must drop by at the store sometime. We've saved some of the sweetest, fluffiest potatoes just for you. Oh, please do. We've been dying to show you some of our latest products. Meh, not fair, not leaving me out. Me want to see as well. Ah, screw it. Count me in too. Meh, please, form orderly line. Wow, this place is full to bursting. So it's not just business that's his strong suit. He's something of a local celebrity as well. It warms my heart to see such delight on everyone's faces. Cute. You must feel a real kinship with the people, Hugo. It shows. It does? What's on your mind, Minoff? I do agree with that, Gold. I think it is frustrating that I completed every side quest and still wasn't in the position to go forward. It didn't bother me too much, but yeah, it is frustrating the way it's implemented. Well, let's just say I don't trust posers. Harsh words coming from the Quester's blade. You can say what you like, but nobody's a perfect picture of virtue. That goes for people and blades. Life's never that straightforward.
Thank you.
Still, Marumo, the local chairman, joins. Reboot was real good.
Good enough for you?
And that is where I am going to leave stream for today. Thank you all so much for joining me. This was an absolutely wonderful stream. We got to probably my favorite, no, not my favorite, but one of my favorite cities in the whole Xenoblade universe. They're all very good, but this one's very, very good. Greg. Also love you, Nikki. Yeah, who should we raid? Is there anyone live who I'm particularly interested in raiding? I know Cahill mentioned someone last time, but I have entirely forgotten that because my brain is made of cheese. Is Scaredy still live? Oh, neat. Scaredy's playing Loop Hero. Scaredy normally streams earlier than me, so... yeah, let's raid Scaredy. As I said, thank you all so much for joining me. I will be live again on Sunday at 2:30 Eastern Time, where I will be continuing with my playthrough of Spiritfarer, which I am loving, and frankly, yeah, I was kind of disappointed that I'm streaming it because I just wanted to play it like for hours and hours without stopping. But now I'm glad that I'm streaming it because it forces me to take my time and enjoy it. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in a future stream. Say hi to Scaredy for me. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, or whatever time zone you're in. Stay cute. I will see you around. Have a good one, everybody.